wanted to do that.
Brains! But I got the prop.
You jerk. I quit.
Brad and Chris. Something that makes no money for us. We watched, today's day something and something, 18. And we just watched The Return of the Living Dead.
They're back.
They're back.
And apparently still out there because this is a true story.
This is a true story.
It rained again, and
based on actual events. Only names were changed.
No, it didn't. It didn't even say that.
Oh, that's right. It said we used the real name.
We used the real names.
That's right.
And companies or whatever.
Because it was funny.
So apparently, there's still zombies out there somewhere. Because of the
somewhere
rain.
In Kentucky. That's where they were.
Yeah.
Yep.
Louisville.
Don't go to Kentucky. That's just life advice. All right. So I've seen this before.
I have not.
And
I have now.
Yeah, you have seen it before now. Takeaways.
It's funny.
Yeah. It's hokey.
Yeah.
It's but I think it's intentionally hokey.
Oh yeah. I mean they were very self-aware. They 100% knew what they were doing.
Yeah, they knew they were making.
It reminded me the beginning reminded me of something, and now I can't remember what it is.
Like in the warehouse.
Just there was something that like they said, and like the self-awareness. It was just like I don't know. I think maybe it didn't remind me of a movie in particular, but the style and the self-awareness, it reminds me of a much more recent horror movie. You know, like something that would have been made in like the early 2000s sometime when that was kind of there's all these tropes, and they're aware of the tropes, and so they're kind of
playing off of those
in particular. But
absolutely. To this point though, really only I forgot to check the date on this.
I think it's at 85.
85, definitely mid-80s.
Yeah, I think the Netflix thing said 85.
Okay. Before this, really not many zombie movies.
No.
There's the Romeros, obviously. Night of the Living Dead, and Dawn of the Dead is before this. I'm not sure when Day of the Dead came out. That might have been before this.
I think that would have been before this, too.
Yeah. But really, those were the only ones. You had some copycats too.
Sure.
But this one really is the first one that kind of was a self-aware parody.
Yeah.
Not even a parody. I don't know what you would call it. I guess just zombie cornball, which is something that we've gotten used to over the years.
Yeah.
But this is definitely the original.
Yeah.
And it's also the first time you hear brains. This is the originator of that. So all those brains T-shirts out there, you can thank the Return of the Living Dead for that. So it is a cult classic, but I am very much aware of like how stupid it is, how a movie it is.
But again,
if you take anything but stupid, then I'm sorry.
But it's not stupid in the vein of Bigfoot or Laid to Rest where it's just. Stupid, terrible, stupid, awful. This, it's fun.
It's fun. It's a fun movie.
Yeah.
Even though that one guy, I can't remember the character's name. It's the other warehouse worker, not the kid, but the older guy.
Frank?
Frank was the owner. I think Frank.
No, that was Bert.
Bert was the owner. Then
Bert was the owner.
Frank was Frank. Noise the shit out of him.
Yeah.
I hate that guy. Yeah, I just hate everything about him and that kid. I don't know if it's he just hams it up. But to a point where it's just grating. Yeah, it's so annoying.
Yeah.
Yelling all the time, talking like this.
He definitely
blew up the podcast, blew up the audio.
He definitely should have fit. He would fit very well in Laid to Rest.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
No, because I felt that too at points. It was just like bring it down a little bit.
Yeah, bring it back a couple notches.
Yeah,
because the movie's silly enough. You don't have to do that kind of stuff. But that's totally 80s. that's totally an 80s thing to do.
Yep.
This was a radical movie. Gratuitous nudity.
Yeah.
Funny. So funny though. It's so stupid. I don't know what I can say about this movie that hasn't been said in other horror blogs. But it's definitely a classic. It's a good movie. Go watch it. If you haven't seen it before, watch it. It's definitely worth watching. It's definitely perfect Halloween movie. Favorite scenes.
My favorite scene would have been the zombie with stump legs running after.
Yeah.
It was so like
it was a little person.
Yeah. But I don't know. Made to be like a full size
zombie with stump legs.
But you could tell like the way he was like walking. It's just I don't know. It was just really funny.
It was really funny. That was probably the funniest part of the movie.
Yeah, and that's why it was my favorite scene.
It's not really a scene, but anytime the brains, the first brain zombie appears,
like the
one that's
lanky,
in the basement,
like,
the one that's kind of walking like this. I love that. I don't know why, but I just love that guy.
Yeah,
I just like everything about just the way he walks.
I think it's definitely a lot of the visual.
Yeah, so anytime that guy shows up is my favorite scene.
All right,
so there's a lot of good. It's hard to say there's a lot of good scenes. There's lots of classic moments. They have that old lady zombie strapped to the table, and her spinal cord's wagging like a tail.
Right.
So that was kind of whatever. It's good puppetry. And a few other moments. Of course, the big canister with the zombie in there at the very beginning. That when they open it up, when they break it, it starts melting away. That's
a la Raiders.
A la Raiders. The Lost Ark. That might be my favorite seconds. My second favorite scene is the opening credits, actually. That music. I love it. I just love it. If kids nowadays, if you want to know what the 80s were all about, watch this movie. You'll get a pretty good feeling of what the 80s were like. So a bunch of spiky hair and
punks that weren't really punks.
Punks that aren't punks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so posters, basically.
Yeah.
We have those today still.
Well, yeah, definitely.
But go see it. What's on tap for tomorrow?
Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
Yes, Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
Which is, I think, a good follow-up. Return. It's another self-aware movie.
Yeah, this is, if you haven't seen it's a Freddy Krueger movie.
Yeah.
It's, my opinion, the best Freddy Krueger
movie. I 100% agree with that.
And this is kind of the stepping stone that gets Wes Craven into Scream,
mm-hmm.
I think. It's that same meta horror type of movie. So you can watch that. I think that's streaming.
I'm not sure.
It was at one point when I checked it. I have it on DVD, so that's how we're going to watch it. But check Netflix; it might be on there. I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure it's on there. And we'll talk about that tomorrow. So this one's a known quantity for us. We already kind of know what we're going to say about it.
Yes.
But we're going to watch it again because I haven't seen it in years.
Yes.
In fact, I haven't probably seen it in 10 years.
Yes.
All right, guys. Talk to you later. Brandon's doing something.
It just looks cool.
It's like a lava lamp.